It has been about 2 weeks since Atlanta artist JID released his newest album, The Forever Story. Personally, I absolutely love this album and have had it on repeat, but I am not here to talk about how good the album is. Check it out yourself. What I am here to talk about is the first week sales of this album compared to his past work and what this means for JID going forward. The Forever Story, released on August 26th, 2022, went on to selling 30,000 album units first week, charting at the number 12 spot, which is the highest numbers that JID has done first week. In my past video talking about first week sales for artists, I have mentioned that first week sales are not everything, and that stands true for JID. Still, why I do think first week sales should be mentioned for the Forever Story is because this album shows the growth that JID has had, as this is his highest selling album. JID's debut album in 2017, The Never Story, sold less than 10,000 copies first week. His second album, The DiCaprio 2, released in 2018, would sell about 16,000 copies first week, showing some growth in just 1 year. From 2018 to 2022, no studio albums were released solely by JID, but he was very busy during that time with collaborations, shows, and other ways to continue to grow his name and solidify himself as a top-tier artist. Taking that 4-year hiatus from solo work was beneficial for him because now we see him climbing to that 30,000 first week sales. For someone who hasn't released music in 4 years and is not at that Kendrick Lamar level of album sales, may have had a hard time keeping their name relevant for that long and actually growing more during that time. That is what I find amazing about this, is that JID did just that and is continuing to climb up that ladder. Fast wins may not equal long-term wins, and JID is taking it slow and steady to the top. JID is building up a fan base for him that can't be knocked down. That's where we see JID transferring the listeners over to touring and merchandise, showing the real influence that he has. Ticket sales are very important as an artist because you can live a lot more comfortably being able to sell out shows than just having streams. JID is growing both in his case currently, but him selling tickets at shows is a great indicator to where he is headed and had influence in his current album sales. So what does this all mean for JID going forward? JID is seeing growth from album to album even after a 4-year stretch with no releases. This makes it interesting to see eventually when he does release his 4th album where he will be then. 16K to 30K is pretty much doubling sales from album to album. Will he reach that 60K sales with the next one? I think it is definitely possible, especially after how the Forever Story is being popularly received right now, growing the fan base with new albums and maintaining them through touring. JID is taking that slow and steady pace, which is why during 4 years where he didn't release a solo album, he still maintained his relevance more than artists' whole careers during that time. That's what quality does, and that is why JID will be here to stay for a long time. I'll be very excited to watch over his growing career for years to come. What are your thoughts on the Forever Story? It's on repeat for me. Even though JID was beat out by DJ Khaled in album sales that week, having 107,000 first week, I felt like this is much more worth talking about. A rising legend in the making. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.